What's up, guys? How are you? How are you? How has your weekend been? Let's pause this for a minute while we are doing the chatting. How's your weekend been so far? I know some of you guys are like, it was terrible. I'm glad it's over. I had a good weekend, I think. I think we'll leave it at that. I got a ton of sleep. And I think that's really, really what I needed. I know, imagine that, right? Like I would need sleep. Oh my God. Today has been so productive and I'm really, really proud of myself. Does that make sense? Like I'm really proud of myself. I got so much done today that it's like blowing my mind how much I got done today. So maybe I just needed a crazy amount of sleep. But I will say this, like last night, I have like a routine when I get into bed, and I was in the middle of editing a video and I'm doing my gua sha, and I realized that I'm like this on my elbow with the gua sha like flat. I don't know. It was so weird. I thought, I think I just need to go to bed. Like I think I just need to go to bed. Yeah, so I just laid straight down and was out. We have more rain moving in tonight, so it is a headache night. I'm not mad though because my grass is finally turning a slight bit less shade of brown, uh, which is pretty sad if you think about it. A slight less shade of brown. Also, for some reason, the last 3 days I've had hummingbirds all over my back porch. Again, I am not mad. I have a couple hummingbird feeders, and the minute I saw one on Friday morning, I immediately came in, mixed them up some stuff, and put them some stuff out. I got really cool pictures of them perched in my trees this morning. Like I thought that was cool as shit. A little ruby-throated hummingbird and his little lady friend came in and were eating. She ate way more than he did, which makes me think maybe either they're making new babies or she's sitting on, well, no, she wouldn't be sitting on them. I don't know. Do the males sit on them? I don't know. Anyway, but that's not why you're here to hear about the hummingbirds and my little old lady habits. That's not why you're here. You're here for Reiki and Zodiacs. I'm going to go as long as I can tonight as far as Reiki goes. I've slept weird on my shoulders the last few nights. I'm a side sleeper. And so this one's got a little bit of an irritation going on with my muscle right there. But let's do this. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah. If you guys are not members of the website or you're not registered on the website, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I will say this. I sent out, I think we're going to do, where is my other, what the heck? Where is my other, we can't do Mr. Rogers playing bracelets without, you know what? Maybe everybody needs to just get happy. Maybe that's what it is. We need to just be happy. Oh, I like that. Yep. I like that sound. Yep, I like it. I sent out all the goodies for this week. And in case you guys missed it, there's no coupon code this week. There's not. I know some of you guys are like, wait, what? There's not a coupon code this week. Unless. I've noticed here, because I've kind of cut personal appointments off. So after the 21st, if you don't have an appointment right now, it's going to be on a case-by-case basis because I've got something new that's happening in September and then the holidays, and it's just going to be like all the craziness, right? So there'll be kind of a case-by-case basis. That way I can also get through all the messages and get everybody caught up before the end of the year. And, but I have noticed that both TikTok and YouTube are like suppressing I don't know what, I think they're just suppressing all of the spiritual woo-woo people at this point. But, so the more y'all tap the like button, the better. And those of you guys on YouTube, if you're not on YouTube, please go over and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. I wish they would get one uniform way of talking across all the things. I wish they would just be like, oh, subscribe is what you do to like follow this person, or follow and then subscribe is money. I don't know. But anyway, go subscribe on YouTube so that way you can watch all of these. And then I'm going to ask you guys on YouTube to make sure that you're like commenting and doing the things. And I'm going to ask you guys on TikTok to do the liking things. So it's kind of landed on the TikTok over here. But TikTok, if you guys can get, let's just say 1.5 million likes. Let's say if we can hit 1.5 million likes, I have a 44% off coupon loaded and ready to go. The mods already have it and everything. So if y'all hit that, and because I can't see the likes, mods, I'm going to trust y'all to tell me when that's a thing. So once that's a thing, we're probably going to start doing that every Monday. I'd like to do it every live, but let's face it, it's not feasible. So we're going to start doing it every Monday because, yeah, it's a mess. But anyway, here we go, loop-de-loo, motherfuckers. I'm not going to put rings on today because it's on like Donkey Kong. Hold on to your butts. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Hold on to your butts. Because here we fucking go. Just like always, you guys can do these first few hand positions with me. The only thing that I ask is when I say deep breath, you actually take a deep breath. If you are new to Reiki, then know that you do need to drink some water. Yes, bitch, it has to be water. Don't say, can it be tea? No. Can it be pop? No. Can it be an energy drink? No. Red Bull does not count. It has to be agua, water, the H2O. Like, okay? I'm just saying. And it can cause some interesting reactions. I know there are people on here that every week, as soon as I start, they're like, I'm already sleepy. Cool, I'm doing my job. It can make you sad. It can make you happy. It can make you have weird fucking dreams. It can make you have no dreams. Like, Reiki is an interesting thing. And for those of you guys that don't know what Reiki is, it is a Japanese Buddhist energy healing art form. It doesn't really belong to any specific religion. It's found in a lot of places over in the Asian Peninsula and so on. But it was founded by a Japanese Buddhist monk, Dr. Usui. And it is something that I got obsessed with in the end of 2012, early 2013, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. I am a master teacher or grandmaster in 13 different forms of Reiki. I've created 2 different forms of Reiki that are my own. Yes, I teach them. Yes, you can sign up for classes, but it is a thing. I love it. Y'all love it. So here we fucking go. I know you're like, shut up, bitch. Just do the thing. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. How's the sound? Yeah? Yeah? Better? Gooder? All right. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Last one. Deep breath. We're going to start off, before we ever start with the chakras, of what it is that you're letting go of. What is it that you're letting go of? What needs to go bye-bye? Because this is the last bit of this eclipse portal. I know everybody say, thank all the gods. What if tonight we switch it up? What if I were to just beat the heck out of you energetically and then align your chakras? Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. All right. I want to keep seeing in the comments what it is that you're letting go of. What are you letting go of? I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's just you stubbed your toe. I don't care if it's your toxic relationship. I don't care. And if you don't want to put it in the chat, just put a big old whopping 0. Just a 0. I want you to get it out into the universe so it can fucking vacate the premises. Bye, bitch. So, we talked about, I gotta put one more bracelet on and we're gonna lose one. We just did what you're letting go of, okay? While this next song plays, I want you guys to think about what you're letting the shadow take with it. Because with this lunar eclipse coming up, it's going to be a almost total eclipse. It's like 96%. So what are you going to let the shadow take away? What are you willing to give up? And why don't you just put the number 96 in the chat? How about that? want you guys to breathe for a minute. Just breathe for a minute. Before we do this next part, I want you guys to assign, a bird, a flower, a color, a number, something that means something to you. I want you to just think about that for a minute. I'm not telling you what we're assigning it to yet. Well, I am. This is a sign from the universe. And then we're going to talk about what the sign's for. Okay? Breathe for a minute. Now I'm going to tell you what it is that you're going to ask the universe for. You ready? You ready? We're going to start off small. What is something really easy the universe could bring to you this week? And if you don't know, just say extra money. I have extra money. Okay? This is something little bitty, something super easy. Make it easy. Don't say $10 million in my bank account. That's for later. Now there's a catch. When this little bitty thing comes in, you have to be grateful. You have to stop and take a moment and thank the universe. Even if it's just, oh my God, I see that, thank you. For this next song, I want you to just breathe. That's it. That's it. If you want to do my favorite part, this is a good time. If you're new here, my mods can tell you what my favorite part is. Now ask for the big thing. Now put the big thing in the universe. Now is when you put all of the big number, the big thing. Now is when you put all of the big, huge thing. That's what, now. I love seeing some of the things you guys are asking for. I love it. It's making me so happy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. To see what it is you guys are manifesting, some of it is like, makes my heart hurt. And then other ones I'm like, go bitch, get it. And then other ones I'm like, that's fucking epic. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, breathe. Breathe. it'd be hot this evening. All right. I want you guys to do something nice for everyone else. So here's what I'd like you to do. I want you to start with, I wish for you, and then just put something nice. That you don't ever know who's scrolling across this live stream right now, and you never ever know that maybe, just maybe, they need to see something that the universe has to tell them. Okay? Something you wish for somebody else. This might become one of my new favorite things. This really might become one of my new all-time favorite things. I'm trying to keep up with some of the stuff y'all are writing both on TikTok and YouTube. Y'all are fucking amazing. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that. If you ever think that you're not amazing, I want you to look at the chats right there. I know that some of you guys are wishing those things for other people because it's what you need, but y'all are amazing. ready for chakras? Are you ready for me to align your chakras? I feel like I've beat you up enough energetically this evening. Are you ready for chakras? We're actually going to start at the crown and go down tonight. So I want you guys to focus right here on your soft spot, right in the middle of your noggin. Okay? Breathe. Ready for the third eye? We're going to turn the dial. We're going to turn the dial. Are you ready? For those of you guys new to watching me, the way we do the third eye is compliments of the gate program. I want you to envision that there's a huge dial right here, okay? Whatever kind of dial you want. I don't care what color it is. I don't care. But we're just going to, ready? Just breathe. All right, ready for the throat chakra? Ready for the throat chakra? The only hard part about the throat chakra is this. While I'm working on it, at some point, I just want you to swallow. And I know all the 12-year-old jokes come out when I say that. And I know when somebody tells you to do something, it's really hard to do it. But I want you to just, even if you gotta take a drink, okay? Ready for the heart chakra? Yes. Ready? Breathe. I want you to just focus right here. Breathe. 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 solar plexus. Ready for the sacral? I know that we are. I want you guys to focus about this far below your belly button, right in the middle of your guts, okay? Just breathe. Breathe. All right, ready for the root chakra? I want you to focus on the bottom of your feet. And I want you to let all the energy kind of pull all the way down. And I want you to see where your energy's at tonight versus when we do the chakras first. Because I kind of feel like I like this format better. But we'll see. All right, focus on your feet. Breathe. Okay, out of curiosity, how do you feel? How do you feel? How you feel? Does your energy seem to be a little bit better? Does it seem to be a little bit better? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked this format better. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of liked this format better. So we might have to change the format from chakras first to chakras last because I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. Apparently, a lot of y'all did too. All right, then that might be what we do. So before some of y'all skedaddle, because I know those of you guys on TikTok have a short attention span, and you're ready to go zoom off to do other things, be other places. Don't forget, it's a lunar eclipse. Don't forget that this lunar eclipse is in Virgo season, but it's during the sign of Pisces. It's happening in the sign of Pisces. Those are opposites. opposites in the zodiac. One is all about cleaning shit up and making a list and organizing, and the other one, as I said in my astrological forecast, brought a mermaid tail as a support mechanism. So I'm just saying, it's gonna be an interesting eclipse. Okay, so no big decisions. Sitting in your bathrobe at 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, trying to figure your life out, thinking that you're gonna move to Egypt. Okay, I'm just saying. And the other thing I want you guys to remember before you skedaddle is that, dude, you're a fucking magical beast. Okay? Stop letting the universe beat the shit out of you. You're a fucking magical beast. People dress up as you for Halloween. People tell their children tales to scare them. People look up to you. People want to be you. I know you're all out there like, no, they don't. Do you consider yourself a witch? Do you consider yourself a spiritualist? Do you consider yourself, what do you consider yourself? Y'all, there are tales told about you. There are fairy tales written about you. Stop acting so fucking mundane. Stop acting so fucking mundane, bitches. Hey, we all need to hear that sometimes, so I'm just saying. I can't tell if that's getting really, really loose or what's up. I don't know. All right, it is time for Zodiac reads, because we all need to know how this week gonna go, right? Yeah. All right. I'm using my two trusty decks that I always do. The Mausolea deck, which is a deck I've had since early 2020. It's mi favorita. And then the Talisman Oracle. I'm pretty sure this is one of the first printings of this. The card stock is different. I love this deck, though. Still highly, highly recommend it. And because my brain is broken, and because I have too many Capricorn placements, and because I'm a Virgo rising and everything has to go in order, we start with Capricorn and go all the way around the horn. So my lovely little Sagittariuses, y'all are last but never least. You know what? Tonight we're gonna... Okay, calm down a little bit. Calm down. That card hit my thumb, bounced over there, hit my water, and went down. So I'll tell you what. We're going to do the regular thing, okay? I'm going to give you stones for the week. I'm going to give you your totem animal for the week. I'm also going to give you a word for the week, okay? So probably about Gemini, Cancer, you're going to have to remind me. But I'm going to give you a word for the week for this eclipse, okay? Just because this is going to be an intense one. All of the full moons for the last, like, year have been intense because they've been in the opposing zodiac sign. So they've been really, really intense. So if you felt like you have done a lot of leveling up more so than you thought you signed up for this year, that's why. That's why, okay? But here we go. We're going to start with, I actually, you know what? I don't know if I want to read for Capricorn because, as my best friend has pointed out, every time I say that the Capricorns are going to be angry, like I have been irrationally fucking angry during the week, and I have to get reminded that I already called that out at the beginning of the week with the Zodiacs, and that I need to probably eat a Snickers and calm my ass down. So I don't know. And for some reason, my computer is not recognizing my second camera. So I can't point it down so y'all get the weird hands in the corner. But, it is what it is. Caps, I would just like one card. I don't know how I feel about that right off the bat, Capricorns. You were trying to throw out 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 cards at once. If you guys miss one of your signs, you can always go back on YouTube and watch them. This is a good time to remind you guys that during this eclipse, or not remind you, but I guess tell you in case you haven't been watching what my mods have been saying. This is an eclipse week. I have some really badass shit lined up for this week. Don't you miss it. Don't you miss it. We're going to show everybody else how you play witch. All right. We ready, Capricorns? I was kind of peeking. Motherfucker shit. All right, moving on. We're going straight to Aquarius. I don't want to do this. 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 This fucking Ereshkigal, Capricorns. I'm not happy with you guys. Oh, I'm already angry. This is wrath and instability and suspicion. What the? Can we have 1 week? 1 week of the Capricorns not being angry. Just one. Just one. I mean, anger is a good motivator and a good gasoline for me. But are you serious? Are you serious? As a Capricorn, I'm pissed at the other Capricorns as the other Capricorns are pissed at everybody else. So you know what? Maybe I don't need to reschedule appointments this week. Maybe I do need to keep my ass over here quiet and just redo my website. Maybe that's what I need to be. And then you have good fortune, so at least there's that. At least the anger is a driving force. And then you have concealment. Oh no. If y'all have pissed a Capricorn off, you might watch your fucking bag. If anybody out there has pissed a Capricorn off, you might watch your fucking back. Not only do they have Ereshkigal, which is wrath, instability, and suspicion, but then at the end of that, they have concealment. So yes, the Capricorns are angry this week. Yes, the Capricorns are ready to slice and dice whatever they need to do, but they're being secretive about it. And if you have ever pissed a Capricorn off and they've gone quiet, I'm just going to leave that thought right there, okay? Those of y'all that have kids, when they were a toddler and suddenly the whole house got quiet and you just know something is getting fucked up, that's exactly this feeling, okay? The Capricorns this week, while yes, they are pissed off, upset, mad, angry, they are using this as fuel to absolutely obliterate anything and anyone that has been standing in their way. Capricorns, it is going to be a phenomenal week for you. Because when a Capricorn is angry, they use that as rocket fuel, jet fuel, diesel fuel, all the fuel. If you could bottle up an angry Capricorn's emotion, I don't even know. If you could bottle up a Capricorn's anger, I guarantee you could use that shit to get you to Alpha Centauri in 30 seconds. Okay, like that is the level of a Capricorn anger. It's not that they're more angry than other signs or whatever, but Capricorns do this crazy shit where they bottle every fucking thing up, and when they get angry, all of it comes out. Like they leave it all to fester and sit like the La Brea tar pits. And then kabam, like they're past Andromeda, middle of the universe, grabbing dark matter and coming back and just obliterating you with it. That's exactly what this energy is this week. So Capricorns, it is going to be a phenomenal week for you. A phenomenal week, because did you see this good fortune card? A phenomenal week. But for those of you guys that have Capricorns in your life, just know that they're probably going to be a little quiet this week. If you have a kid, significant other, friend, sister, parent, etc., brother. Why do I always leave out brother? Not like anybody doesn't have a Capricorn brother. But if you have a Capricorn family member or someone that you love, just check in on them. Don't bug them, because we all know what it's like when a Capricorn gets bugged and then they get mad. But Just check in on them. Be like, yo, bitch, did you eat today? Like, did you actually eat more than 2 crackers? You know? If you have a Capricorn that's mad at you, however, sorry about your life. Like, you're not going to know. You're not going to know for probably 4 or 5 years down the road. But, I mean, sorry about your life. Sorry about your life. Because Capricorns have the time. They are the one. And they've been taking score. They've been taking score of every little single breath you ever have taken. So, sorry about your life. Sorry about your life. I don't know what else to say. For those of you guys that have Capricorns in your life, and you know the whole situation about if somebody has wronged your Capricorn, then you just get some popcorn. That's all I can say. Just get a massive refillable bucket of popcorn and just sit with it. And I can almost guarantee you that in about 3 years and 3 months, okay, we're just gonna call it 3 years and 3 months, the people that have wronged your Capricorn are going to go down in the biggest fucking flames that ever flamed, with glitter and snakes. I don't know why snakes, but snakes. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. And also, I would like to ask one more thing, Capricorns. Can we next week please have a week of not being angry? Because I think this is like 3 weeks in a row. I think this is like 3 weeks, or maybe it's 4 weeks in a row. I don't know, but I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Can next week we not be this? Please, 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 please. I love you. Also, Capricorns, let me say this. Let me say one little last thing. The suspicion part of this card right here. It's you know, you've been feeling like maybe somebody's doing some shit. I'm gonna say they are. I'm gonna say they are. This is a lunar eclipse week, and not that I would ever tell you to do this. But it is also a great time to do a hexy hex with just enough little space in there that they know it was you. And they can't do a damn thing about it. Just saying what I'm saying. Stones for Capricorns for this week. Nothing sharp. Smoky quartz. You know what? Smoky quartz. Smoky quartz and a Sears stone. If you don't have a seer stone, they're super easy to find. If you go to pretty much any metaphysical shop, you're going to find stones that are like a quartz or sometimes an amethyst. They're frosted on one side and smooth on the other side. If you don't have one, a clear quartz is going to be just as good, but a seer stone is going to be the biggest thing. The first animal that came to my mind was the tiger. So Capricorns, you are the tiger this week. And your word for the week is focus. Your word for the eclipse is focus. Okay? What song is this? I mean, it says the Blue Bodhi on there. Not mad. All right, Aquarius, are we ready? I know we are. I'm done. I'm already done. I'm already done. I'm already done. At least it's sideways, but I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. Seriously? The fuck? All right, I'll reserve judgment because it's sideways. But come on now. Really? This is how we're going to start out. This is how we're going to start out. Do y'all realize that you are making the Virgos, the Libras, the Scorpios, and the Sagittarius over there like, I don't even want to watch it. I don't even want to watch it. knowledge, grounding. Okay. Okay, I'm not as mad. Y'all have fucking Abaddon sideways, which is malice, pestilence, and corruption. And then you have knowledge, and then you have grounding. So I'm not as mad, okay? That's why I said, let me reserve judgment. I just saw that Abaddon card flip out, and I was like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? This is how we're going to start out. So I'm going to say this, Aquarius, okay? You're going to be teetering on a lot of shit this week, okay? This is like you're on the high wire and you keep teetering back and forth, right? Right? I don't think you fully fall over because of those other two cards, but you're teetering. So on one side is, do you do shit completely full of malice to somebody that either deserves it or doesn't deserve it? You are going to be a little angry this week, okay? For no reason. Some of it literally is for no reason, Aquarius. Oh, fuck, my sister's an Aquarius. Okay, anyway. And then you're going to kind of lean over here to this, like pestilence corruption aspect of planting seeds for later, right? You're going to take a play from the book of Capricorn apparently this week. So part of your week is going to spend like, I really want to bust you in the chiclets right now, but I also don't want to go to jail. So what if I plant this email for the boss to find? Like, you're going to be teetering like that, okay? The saving grace here, you're going to come across a lot of information this week, okay? You're going to come across a lot of information this week. I specifically feel like this has to do with work. This has to do with coworkers, with bosses, with people around your money, okay? Or if you are a stay-at-home parent, it is like with your spouse, right? So be eagle eyes on them. But this has to do with your money, with anybody that has to do with your money. So maybe where your kids go to daycare, or maybe something that you volunteered with, whatever it is. Pay attention to where your money is, because that's where this is coming from. All of the knowledge that you're going to gain this week, all of the emails you're going to see, all of the conversations you're going to be privy to, those accidental text messages that you got included in or whatever, you better just stalk those bitches. Don't you dare delete one. Don't you dare delete one. I don't care if that text was sent to you in error. You keep that motherfucker. Don't you dare. Don't you dare delete it. Okay? Even if you're like, whoa, TMI, don't need to see that kind of picture, fucking keep it. Okay? You're going to come across all these little details, all these little things, and you just store them in that little Aquarius brain. Okay? And then you're going to go ground the shit out of yourself. Every day this week, Aquarius, I'm going to need you to ground the shit out of yourself. Not only is this eclipse going to be an interesting one for you, but it's going to be one where you do not feel like your normal grounded self. You do not feel like you have a grip on all of the lifey life things, okay? I know Aquarius is like, wait, do we ever? I've known more than a few of you Aquariuses, and y'all seem to have it together a little more than a lot of other people, okay? We know it. You can pretend to be flighty all you want, but we know it, okay? So ground the shit out of yourself, because it's going to be very easy for you to be teetering on this, okay? And no one looks good in orange or stripes, okay? No one. Just no one. Remember that, Aquarius. Neither you either. You don't look good in orange or stripes. And also, you know, the whole other aspect of this with planting some shit, like that can backfire too. So just gather all the info, put it in your little brain, put it in your CYA file over there, and just sit on it. Okay, it's not the time. It's not the time yet. Just sit on it. And then I want you to go outside and ground the shit out of yourself, or take you a nice hot bath, or whatever. If it's raining or too hot where you are, Aquarius, and you're like, bitch, I am not leaving the air conditioner. put on a crackling fire on YouTube. Okay? Put on a crackling fire on YouTube, because being an air sign, fire is going to be your grounding, okay? Put on a crackling fire on YouTube and just let it play for a minute, okay? The visuals, the sounds, all of it. Just let it play for a minute. That will help you ground more than you realize, all right? I am really and truthfully afraid for Pisces. I am not kidding. I'm really and truthfully afraid for the rest of the fucking Zodiac. Stones for my Aquariuses. Huh. Stones for my Aquariuses. As we start some new music. I am actually going to say amethyst. The darker, the better. Okay? Amethyst and obsidian. But y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And I know every single one of you bitches out there, it doesn't matter if you're an Aquarius or not, you have light amethyst, you have dark amethyst, you have middle of the road amethyst, you have chevron amethyst. I already know. The darker the better. And obsidian. Y'all are the raven this week, not the crow, the raven, okay? Your word for the week is vault. V-A-U-L-T, vault. Lock that shit up in your vault, okay? In your vault. All right, let's see here. What kind of music we got? No, we just listened to that. We don't want to listen to that one again. We want to listen to... Ooh, we haven't listened to this one in a while. Yeah, we're going to listen to this one. All right. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for the rest of this. I don't know. I'm not lying. Trying to get all my stuff back set up. All right. All right, squishy fishies. My lovely Piscesians, let's see how this week is going to affect you with this lunar eclipse. I know that you guys are already feeling it because my Pisces friends are freaking the fuck out. Seriously, this is why I got to figure out why my other camera ain't working. I just had the deck like fall apart, cards flip up and down. You got, damn it. Are you serious, Pisces? I got to give you 5 cards. 5? You're that needy? 5? Char on the Ferryman, which is focus, necessity, and transition. And I find it really funny because one of the cards that fell out flipped right side up and you can't make this shit up, okay? The next card is cut ties, because of course it is. And that means I'm going to tell you, Pisces, how to navigate through all the shit that's going on. And you're going to say, oh my God, that is the best advice. And then you're not going to do it. And then you have navigation that fell out like this. So you see what I mean? You have navigation and you have the ferryman. You can't make this shit up. I think it's funny. I think it's fucking funny. And then you have 2 cards and they fell out kind of like upside down whopper jawed. So the bottom one is happiness. Actually, it's not upside down. It was right side up. You have happiness. And then you have good fortune. And I find it funny because they fell out like this. So before I start reading for the Pisces this week, let me ask this. How bad do you really want the thing you want? How bad do you really want to change? How bad do you really want your life to change? How bad do you really want things to move forward? How bad do you want to let go? How bad do you want the thing you want, Pisces? Oh, I want an answer. How bad do you want the thing? Oh, wait. How bad? How bad? I'm going to give you some advice. This is going to give you some advice. Okay? And you're going to have to make some hard decisions with yourself this week. It has nothing to do with anybody else. With yourself this week. This gentleman right here is the ferryman for the river Styx. He takes the souls back and forth. Well, he takes them over. This is focus. We all do not know about the river Styx. It's in Greek mythology, and it's where the souls of the damned, they basically stay in the water. They're constantly pulling at the boat. Sound familiar? So they're all trying to get in the boat. They're all trying to pull themselves up. They're all screaming. They're all wailing. They're all trying to get at the people in the boat. At the ferryman, who has to stay completely focused on getting from one side to the other for the transition. In other words, he has to navigate perfectly across the river. Sound familiar? So when someone hangs onto the boat, he has to push them off. He has to cut ties with them. Pisces, I know damn well right now you have people that you've been complaining about for a long time in your life. You have people that you have been complaining about. This is a lunar eclipse week. This is a lunar eclipse in Pisces. I know that you've already been feeling upset. You've already been stressed. You've already been, freaking out about this person, that person, whatever. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because how you navigate this is what's going to keep you from this. This is happiness and good fortune. How you navigate this is going to determine if you get this or not. I want you to listen to me really carefully, Pisces, okay? When you need a dose of kicking the ass, you just message your Capricorn friend this week. Don't call them because you know they ain't going to answer because they're over there being mad. But just text. Just text them. Be like, hey, and I guarantee you the minute you mention so-and-so, they're going to be like, this motherfucker again, I told you to cut them off, blah, blah, blah. So be prepared for the barrage that comes with it. But you need to hear it. You need to hear it. Pisces, cut the motherfucker off. Cut them off. I don't care who they are to you. I don't care if this is a family member, if this is a friend you've had since you were in the womb. I don't give a shit. Cut them off. If you know that they're toxic, if you know that they have been dragging you down, if you know that they have been saying shit behind your back or whatever, cut them off. Don't look at their social media. Don't answer text messages. Don't answer a message from a friend of a friend of a friend. Cut them off. I know that it's very hard for you to do that. I do. I know it is, Pisces, because you are squishy and we love you for being squishy. But if this is somebody that has been fucking you over for years, then at some point it becomes your fault, not theirs. You are continually enabling them to be able to do this to you. So I'm just saying, Pisces, it's you or them at this point. It's you or them at this point. If you're fucking miserable, cut that tie, dude. Cut that tie. I can guarantee you that you're a fucking epic little shit and you can do it. I guarantee you that if you're walking away from a relationship, that you will be perfectly fine on your own. I guarantee you that if this is a family member that's been toxic your entire life, you can cut them off and go be happy. I promise. I promise. Like, I promise. Okay? I have faith in you. I have faith in you. I know you can do it. All right? Chop, chop, bitch. Okay? Seriously. Stones for Pisces. Now that I'm done griping at you. I know you were like... Stones for Pisces. Red jasper and carnelian. Red jasper and carnelian. All of that inner strength, all of the creative ways to keep your mind busy so you're not checking their social media, so you're not messaging them, so you're not whatever. Right? Right? You guys are the stork this week. The stork. Your message for the week, or your word for the week. Ooh, I want to give you 2, and that's not going to work out. You know what? Your word for the week is darkness. Darkness. All right. Aries, I'm not giving y'all 2 anchor cards. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You are not going to make me give you 2 anchor cards either. You're not going to make me. You're not making me. What is up with you and needing 2 anchor cards? I fucking kid you not. I was in my brain was like, you know what? The next card that comes out is what you're getting. No matter what happened, it was always 2 cards coming out. I also feel like I need to turn over the other card first, not the anchor cards. What you playing at, Aries? This is where I say you cannot make this shit up. This is the Destiny card, Aries. The Destiny card. I said I feel like I need to turn this card over first instead of the anchor cards. And it's the Destiny card? We're going to turn these over together. The bottom one is the Caretaker of the Lost. Memory, assistance, and respite. And the one on the top is El Shaddai, which is wisdom, paternalism, and kindness. Notice that is masculine, feminine. Notice light and dark. Notice they're facing each other. Notice the wings. Notice the duality of it. Okay. I want you to notice one more thing. Notice that they both have something on their third eye. Notice that they both have something on their third eye. Okay. Aries, this is a week that is out of character for you in that I'm gonna try to not make jokes, okay? You have to embrace a very dualistic approach this week. You have to be kind and have all the wisdom and be supportive. And you also have to be able to be in the darkness, right? You have to be in the light, and you also have to take care of things and beings and people in the darkness. So you have to be a very dualistic role this week. And here's the thing. You're not allowed to say anything to anybody about either one of these things. You're not allowed to say anything to anybody about, oh my God, I just had to give this person advice or that person advice. You're not even allowed to tell your significant other, your best friend, nobody. And you're not allowed to talk about the darkness this week. You're not allowed to talk about the people that you're helping out of the darkness this week. You're not allowed to talk about, that you just spent 5 hours on the phone with a friend who's crying her eyes out because of whatever. You're not allowed to talk about this week. You have to keep it all to yourself this week. You're not you don't have the 2 little dualistic, like devil angel on the shoulder this week. You are both of them this week. You are. You're going to catch yourself going from taking somebody who's sick and in the hospital lunch and then turning around and going and throwing a hex jar in the fucking river for somebody who can't get out of the house this week. Like, it's definitely like, it's definitely a dualistic week. Y'all are super secret spy this week. You can't tell a soul. Do you know why you can't tell a soul? All of the actions that you're going to undertake this week, and I use that word for reasons. All of the actions that you're going to undertake this week will have consequences, good and bad. If you tell the universe, they're going to lean more toward the bad, okay? If you don't tell anybody, they're going to lean more toward the good. You smell what I'm smoking? Aries, this is a very, very important week for you. A very important week for you. And here's the thing. It's really funny. Of the Aries that I've known throughout my life, they're all one way or the other. There's no in between. Every Aries I've ever met is like in your face, loud, boisterous, like crazily out there, or they are the complete opposite and so fucking quiet that you wouldn't know they existed. It's the weirdest thing. There's no in the middle. There's no in the middle. Both of them equally scary, right? Like, there's no in the middle. You've got to be this one over here this week, Aries. Like, no one needs to know that you were ever there. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? You've been asking the universe for a lot of stuff. You've been manifesting a lot of stuff. And this is the week that the universe is putting a lot of things in motion. But if you do this at all, you're going to either hinder those plans or stop those plans. So maybe I should have asked you what I asked a Pisces, like, how bad do you want the thing you want? How bad do you want the thing you want? I'm just saying, Aries. I will say this. Your intuition this week is on point. Trust it. Okay? Your intuition this week is on point. Trust it. The other thing I'm going to say is spend some time in the lunar eclipse. Okay? Look and see where it peaks or what time it peaks. If you got to get up and lumber outside half asleep just to stand in it for a minute, I don't care. Do it. Do it. Okay? Watching it on a screen is not going to count. Take your ass outside under the eclipse and just stand there just for a few seconds. That's it. Okay? You can go right back in and face plant. I don't care. But just saying, it is going to be important. Charge your little ass up out there. Okay? I can't reiterate enough how important the things you're doing this week are. Even if they don't seem like it. Even if they seem like the most mundane little teeny tiny things that ever existed. I cannot reiterate the importance of every move you make this week. Every single thing you do. Just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Yours is kind of short and sweet. I understand now why you had to have 2 anchor cards. Still, y'all are stubborn. Y'all are stubborn. Or maybe my cards are stubborn. I don't know. Maybe it's not y'all. Maybe it's my cards. Maybe it's my cards. I've been sitting in this chair way too long today. My sciatic booty butt muscle is hurting. The other side than normal. It is what it is. Stones for Aries.
Grant.
You know what? I actually gave that one last week to somebody. I'm going to say jade.
Garden pebble.
I'm going to say jade and fluorite. And then silver is going to be the metal of choice this week. Okay? Jade, fluorite, and then wear silver this week. Your word for this eclipse, your focus word is silence. Silence. No. You take every pair I have.
I'll give them back in 5 minutes when I get back from my walk.
Girl. You lose every pair of headphones I have.
I'll return them in 5 minutes. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. As long as I come back.
Why would you put that in the universe?
You'll be really happy to get these earbuds back. Because that means your baby will be back. And
if you're gonna go, fucking go, because I'm getting irritated.
You'll learn
go,
the meaning of
go,
Christmas. You'll
go,
learn the meaning of Christmas.
go, go. Yes. We drawing for Taurus. We're drawing for Taurus. I didn't even say we were drawing for Taurus. And then the Taurus got to throw cards in the floor. Really? Really? Did I give? Yeah, I did. I was like, did I give y'all an animal? I didn't give you guys an animal. I'm sorry. Y'all are the snake this week. Look here, Norton antivirus. Nobody cares. Why is Norton antivirus just popping up over everything? Taurus, y'all better collectively woo-saw. You have the caretaker of the loss, which is assistance, memory, and rest, basically, respite. Then you have grounding. Okay, not mad so far. Then you have the two cards that fell out on the floor. You have passion, and on top of that was resilience. And they fell like this, like with resilience upright. And I feel like that is actually, like that is how I need to read them, with passion down and resilience upright. Taurus. This is a week of, I'm going to say it this way on purpose. This is a week of recovery for you. And I kind of did the air quotes a little bit. It's a week of recovery for you, but not in the way that you think, okay? This is a week of you recovering a lot of your footing. This is a week of you recovering a lot of who you are, why you're doing what you're doing, why you thought you were doing what you're doing. This is a week of, let me back up a minute. This is a week of you finally putting some shit into motion. I know that this last couple of weeks between this eclipse portal has been really rough on a lot of, on everybody. Let's just say it. Let's just say it. Everybody. It's been rough on everybody. But Taurus, being that you're kind of the workhorse, you're that fixed zodiac sign of the earth signs. This has been really intense for you because you're really seeing all of these things that haven't been working. Like the universe hardcore has been like, guess what? That ain't working. 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 Oh, that thing over there that you thought you really liked, that ain't working either. Oh, that person over there, that ain't working. That ain't working. That ain't working. Like the universe has just been like showing you the bullshit right and left, to the point that you're like, look, there ain't nothing left at this point. Like I've got my stuffed animal from when I was 5 and my squishy pillow that I cry in. Like, what the fuck else are you going to take out of my life? Like, that's how you guys have felt the last couple of weeks since this eclipse portal started. This week is a little different. This week is you recovering the things that are left, right? It's like after a wildfire rolls through, you know, like it rolls through some hills, and then you go after all of the smoldering is done. There's no more smoke, right? And you're like, oh my God, how did that tree survive? How is there not a scorch mark in this whole area right here? How did that, like, you're starting to see all of the things that survived after the universe's scorched earth policy with you. So this is a week of you getting back to your own memory of why you're doing what you're doing. If you have a Taurus in your life, expect them to, it's going to seem like, randomly make a change this week. Expect them to be like, you know what? I know we talked about moving to wherever. I don't want to. I know I talked about going to school here, but I don't want to. I know I talked about this, but I don't want to. Like, if you have a Taurus in your life, expect there to be a big, big shift. A big, I don't want to this week. With something that they had been saying they were going to do. Because the Tauruses were basically telling you they wanted to do this thing. They were going along to get along. They didn't want to do it to begin with. And now they're realizing that it's shit or get off the pot. And they got to flat tell you, like, I don't want to. So, here's the thing. That is why the passion card is down and the resilience card is up. Taurus, you're looking at everything in that you're not, let me back up. You're looking at everything in a way that you're taking the passion part out of it, right? You might be really angry at that. You might be really happy with that. You might be really, emotionally attached to this. You might be, whether it's your job or a person or what, you might be attached to them because it's comfortable. But the thing is, it's not what you want. It's not what you want. It's never been what you wanted. You kind of went along with it because of your job, because of your family, because of your friend, whatever. You went along with it, but it wasn't what you wanted. Okay? So this is a week of you being able to tell everybody, this is what I'm going to do. Not this. This. This is a week of you pulling your own resilience back up by the fucking bootstraps. This is a week of you remembering hardcore who it is that you are and why you've been doing what you've been doing this whole time. And you know what's really going to be funny? Taurus, you're going to have a moment in the next couple of days where you're going to be doing something that you do all the time, but you do it like feeling like you're sneaking doing it. Even if nobody's around, you kind of feel like you're sneaking doing this thing. You're going to catch yourself doing it and be like, why the fuck am I sneaking doing this? This is my house. Why am I sneaking doing this? This is my office. Why am I sneaking doing this? And you're going to realize that you've been hiding whatever this habit is. And it's not a bad habit. It's like, it's either something with your spiritual self or a work habit or whatever. It's something really good that makes you, Taurus. And you've been hiding this fucking habit for somebody else's happiness. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. It's going to be a good week, Taurus. You're going to hurt your own feelings a lot. And you're probably going to end up hurting the feelings of somebody that, I'm going to say it this way on purpose. You're going to hurt the feelings of somebody that you have been trying to care for. Whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, whether it's a boss, whether it's a significant other, whatever it is. It's somebody that you just don't want to be around them. You don't want to be around them, but you're nice to them because of friends, because of whatever. It's somebody that you just, you smile kind of, and you just, okay, this is great. But you don't like them at all. And this is a week of them showing it. Of you showing them. Not them showing it, you showing it. It's a week of you showing it. And the thing is, I don't even think it's going to get you in trouble when you show it. I think that when it comes out, when you're showing how you truly feel about this person, I think that you're going to do it in such a tactful way because you've been rehearsing it in your head for so fucking long that when you tell your boss, hey, I really, really do not want to work with this person because X, Y, Z, Q7, purple, green, whatever, the boss is going to go, oh, okay, I'm glad you told me. I won't put you on that team. Or when you really tell your significant other, look, I know that this is your friend over here, but they're a fucking piece of shit because blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. Anyway, stones for Taurus. Black tourmaline. Black tourmaline and selenite. Black tourmaline and selenite. And for some reason, I feel like you're going to need all the little shards that fall off of both of them this week. So if you have a very crusty piece of either one, make sure you're gathering those up. Black tourmaline and selenite. Taurus, you're the hawk this week. And of course I'm going to drop a card because why not? You're the hawk this week. Yeah, see what it is. The thinker. We're going to put it in the middle of the deck. Your word for the week, your focus word is chance. Chance. Yeah? Yeah. Could me drink all my fucking chai. All right, Geminis, are we ready? I know you are. Apparently so. Nope, I'm not doing that. That was like 7 cards. Hell to the no. All right, the sugar be doing the downward dog, so I thought boba would help it, but it is not. So what do we choose? We choose a blueberry. Because they're on the recall list, right? We all gonna be like this? We all gonna be like this? We just all throwing cards. That's where we're at. That's where we're at as a collective, is throwing cards. See if I can scoot them over the way they fell. Okay. Y'all have the ageless. This is healing, graciousness, and acceptance. And apparently me spitting blueberry. I'm not mad. That's all right. So, side quest. There's a little store at Woodland Hills Mall. Straight up looks like something out of Harry Potter. It's a little candy store. It's up by the food court. And they have these up there. And I know you're like, oh, the fuck is that? It's more blue than it looked on there. It is a blueberry covered, chocolate covered, freeze-dried blueberry. And they're fucking delicious. Like, so good. And then they also have red velvet covered chocolate covered freeze-dried cherries. They're that good too. And if y'all watched me the other night, it's not a Bodhi live. We don't talk about food. Plus my sugar's in the low 80s, so we don't want it to do that. I got a few things. These are pecans that are covered in banana bread and then covered in chocolate. When I tell you that these things are magic, oh my god. And then I also got chocolate covered pretzel balls. Which are so good. Okay. Alright. I'm done. Maybe. Maybe. They're fucking delicious. They had other stuff in there, like that kind of candy, you know, the chocolate covered candies and stuff, that I wasn't brave enough to try them. I love that so many of you guys are like, hell yes to the banana bread. Yeah. Y'all, I was a little nervous, right? Because that could have gone really, really right or really, really wrong. My kid didn't like them. She took half a bite and she was like, ugh. I loved them. They're fucking delicious. So, yeah. Oh, I couldn't tell if he was barking or what. Anyway. All right, Gemini. Now that I've had candy in my face, you have the ageless, which is healing, graciousness, and acceptance. And then you had your cards fall out like this. You threw them. Not me. You threw them. So you have let go and learn the truth. Okay? We're going to start here because this is important. The let go, I mean, they fell out kind of like this, a little bit whopper jawed, right? The let go right here, learn the truth. Do not make a decision this week. Like, I'm begging you, Gemini, do not make a decision this week. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Do not make that decision this week. You're going to feel like you can. You're going to feel like, shut the fuck up, I ate some candy. You're going to feel like every single thing this week is pointing one way, right? Don't make a decision this week, okay? I don't care if your gut is telling you this. I don't care if all your divination tools seem to be telling you this. Notice I said seem to be. I don't care if this person told you that they love you more than anything and they want to get married and have all the babies. I don't care if your boss promised you that promise. I don't care. Do not make the decision this week. Put it off, okay? Because after the eclipse, this is a 96% eclipse, so there's still going to be a sliver, right? And then it's going to start to go back. After this eclipse, as the moon starts to fade, because it's a full moon, okay? As that moon starts to fade, that is when you're going to see the truth of the situation. That is when you're going to find out exactly what the fuck is going on with that person, that situation, that whatever. This is when you're going to find out. And that is when you can make this decision. Okay? This right here is a week of you being gracious. Now, here's the thing. I know you don't want to. I know. This is a week of you being gracious. This is a week of you turning the other cheek, kind of taking one on the chin for a minute. This is a week of you accepting their fake ass apology. This is a week of you accepting that they promised they're going to do this or this for the umpteenth time. This is a week of you accepting whatever it is that comes out of their mouth. Okay? Doesn't mean you're going to believe it. This is a week of you being gracious and you just letting them fucking talk, right? Your internal mechanism might be screaming bullshit the entire time, okay? Don't make the decision this week. Don't do it, okay? I know it sucks, and I know that you feel like you need to do this, whatever. That is this eclipse energy, okay? That is this eclipse energy because of all the Virgo aspects, and Mercury is going into Virgo, and I almost said Mergo. I mean, I might as well. And then I almost said Mercury. Welcome to what happens when I have a migraine and my sugar's crashing. We just make up words. Yeah, it's Mercury. That's the new one. It's Mercury and Mergo. That's actually really fucking comical if you think about it. It's actually really fucking comical if you think about it. Mercury rules Virgo. So the fact that Mercury is going into Virgo, into Mercury, that's fucking funny. The fact that Mercury is going into Virgo is a big thing, okay? It's like Mercury coming home and checking like who did what, who said what, who didn't do what, who didn't say what, like, and judging the whole thing. So this is going to be a week of a lot of people revealing themselves for who they are. I'm just saying. So Gemini, you might be feeling right now like you need to cut that person off. Like they aren't your friend. That's not a good significant other. That whatever. You might be feeling right now like, right? And you may find out this weekend that all of the things that you've been thinking are wrong. You may think that friend or whoever has been talking about you behind their back the whole time, and you might find out that they have been the only one sticking up for you. Or you might find out, you might think that significant other's been sneaking around, cheating and all this stuff, and you might find out that they just planned the biggest surprise getaway for you this weekend. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, don't make the decision. Don't make the decision. You might think those relationships are hunky-dory. You might think that promotion is in the bag, that it's yours, like your boss has been promising it to you forever, and that fucker might give it to someone else Friday afternoon. Okay? Don't make the decision yet. Don't make the decision yet. Just don't. Just sit on it for a minute. I know it's going to be hard, and I love you. And so here's what I'm going to say as a consolation prize until this weekend, okay? Go get you your favorite little snacks. Go get you some candies. Go find you a good little candy shop. I'm just saying, I'm sure you can order these online somewhere. I'm just saying, go get you some snacky snacks and be nice to yourself, okay? Be nice to yourself, Gemini, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to keep a straight face. It's going to be hard to just ride with it, okay? But I can guarantee you that this weekend you're going to get the exact answer you need. Okay? So I'm just saying. So stones for Gemini. Clear quartz. I'm actually going to say clear quartz and prehnite. Okay? I don't know why, but this is the first animal that came into my mind, and I'm going to need somebody to go look it up. I'm going to need somebody to go look it up because I don't know. The sea bass. Not the bass, the sea bass particularly. I need to know what that spiritual meaning of sea bass. Adaptability, emotional depth, and inner strength as it navigates the vast currents of the ocean. Your word for the week, Gemini. Your focus word for the week. Are you ready? Me. Okay. So when you're worried about, do you do this? Do you do that? Do you do this? Do you do that? I want you to focus on the word me. Not Bodhi. Me. M-E. You. I want you to focus on that. Just me. Okay? Okay? So before I start on Cancer, I'm going to say this. Like, I'm going to go ahead and pull cards for Cancer, but I'm going to say this. Two things. One, y'all are never ever going to stack every single little thing out there in your brain. You're just not. You're just not. I've been doing this a very long time, and I still have to look so much shit up. Even shit that I know I know. I know I learned it a long time ago, but like, it ain't there anymore, right? You're never going to stack every herb, every stone, every animal, every car. You're never going to stack all that in your brain, okay? Now, as you are in the spiritual world more and more and more, you're just going to automatically remember stuff. But the other thing is this. By the way, Cancers, y'all drew your cards like this. I'm not mad. The other thing is this. If you're really wanting to strengthen your intuition, start now. Start now. Quit putting it off. Okay? Some of the best advice that I ever got from somebody, and here's what's funny. It wasn't even a mentor that gave me this advice. It was literally somebody I was in a class with, right? And she said that somebody had told her a long time ago to start writing things down. This was before all the cool big shit on the phones with the notepads and so on. Start paying attention. Start writing them down. If your gut says this, write it down. If your gut says that, write it down. And then the other thing she said was that she spent a year doing an exercise once a week on her day off. And I did this for a couple of years, right? This is not my music. Why did you skip playlists? Why are you doing what you're doing right now? Busted. You're going to get me in trouble. So the other thing she said is this, that on her day off, she would spend half the day doing exactly what her intuition told her to do. If her intuition said, okay, I know you just got up, you have no makeup on, your hair's not done, you have dirty ass sweatpants on, put your fucking shoes on and go to the store. Go to Quick Trip. You don't need gas, I don't care. You don't need anything, go to the fucking store and just buy a pop, right? She spent a year doing that. I spent 2 years doing it. Once a week, for half the day, I would trust my gut. Whatever my gut said, that's exactly what I did. That is how you strengthen your intuition. You're not going to strengthen it from a crystal. You're not going to strengthen it from some magical herb concoction. You're not going to strengthen it from a book. You're not going to strengthen it from osmosis. You're not going to strengthen it in any other way than to actually use it. How often do I give a fucking fish as an animal? You know what I know about sea bass? That they're delicious. That's what I know. That I like them blackened. That's what I know about sea bass. Okay? I don't even know what the fuck they look like. Right? I just know blackened, they's delicious. Right? I know I like them in my belly. So when I pulled that up, like, I couldn't help but laugh. Like, I couldn't help but laugh. I couldn't help but laugh. So, y'all really, really, really want to trust your intuition. Every time you have some little inkling, write it down with a time or date stamp. Now, the key is you're not allowed to go back and change it. Okay? If you wake up that morning and you're like, man, I just feel off, like I feel like something's wrong, write it down. Right, the time you woke up just feeling like something's wrong. You're not allowed to go back next week when you find out that a friend from high school had a car accident or some shit. Go, I knew that was going to happen. No, you didn't. You woke up feeling like something was wrong. Because if you doctor that, you're not helping yourself. Start documenting it. Okay? If you're worried that you're going to go back and change it, then email it to yourself. That has a time and a date stamp on it. You can't change it. And then take some time each week. Spend some time, half a day on your day off, doing nothing but what your intuition tells you to do. If your intuition tells you to sit your ass down and watch some specific cartoon that you haven't watched since you were 7 for 2 hours, do it. Maybe that cartoon's going to come up in a really important business meeting and you're going to get the job, or you're going to get the client, or you're going to get whatever because you knew the reference. That's happened. So I'm just saying, if you want to, you will. You have to put in the effort. Okay? All right. Cancers are like, you have our cards and we would like to see them and we need you to shut up. I can feel your intensity, Cancers. Osiris, commitment, responsibility, and acquisition. Okay. Happiness. And notice that this card was yellow. And growth of energy. I am not angry. I'm not angry about this at all. Thank you for being the saving grace of the Zodiac so far, Cancer. I almost said Capricorn. The Capricorn started us off shitty. Well, I mean, not shitty, but you know what I'm saying. All right. Cancer. This is going to be a fucking phenomenal week for you. It is a phenomenal week for you. Get out of the house. Get out of the house. There is someone you are supposed to meet this week. Does not mean you're going to meet your soulmate. Does not mean to go, you know, as soon as you start talking to them, grab a U-Haul and move in. Does not mean that, okay? What it does mean is get the fuck out of the house. Go outside. Go outside, okay? You don't have to stay out there, but go outside. You are supposed to meet someone this week. Okay, this person is important to where you want to go. I don't think that this is a person that's supposed to be here forever. I don't think that this is a person. It may literally just be that you go to Walmart to grab a jug of milk instead of door dashing it, and the person in line says something about the jacket you're wearing, and you're like, oh yeah, I used to work there. And they're like, oh yeah, their competitor is hiring right now. Boy, you could have timed that music better, huh? I'm just saying, Cancer, you are in the best fucking mood this week. Your energy is through the roof this week. You're looking at all of the things that you've acquired, all of the good. You're not having the Eeyore mopey Cancer week. And you're looking at all of the responsibilities that you've taken on that are really, really fulfilling for you. And I'm fucking happy. I think this is glorious. It is kind of funny. I see someone said stay away from Capricorn. The fact that Cancers and Capricorns are completely opposite in the Zodiac, that tracks. That completely tracks. Like, they couldn't be more opposite in their read this week. But Cancer, this is not going to be a week to make massive decisions. It is going to be a week to pay attention to all those little signs, write them down, record them. It is not going to be a week for you to be around anybody that you already know is going to either piss you off, drain your energy, or whatever. So if you know, I mean, sometimes you can't help it, like at work or whatever, but if you already know that if you go out to, I don't know, visit family this weekend, and maybe your brother-in-law or your sister-in-law or someone is supposed to be there, and you already know that all they do is try to rage bait you, maybe find a reason not to go. Maybe go visit with your parents some other time. Maybe go visit with your sister some other time. You see what I'm saying? If you already know that person is going to be here, find a reason to not go. Find a reason to go somewhere else. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. Because Cancer, this is just going to be one of the best, most like well-rounded, grounded weeks that you guys have had in a long time. And I love me some Cancers, man. I do. And I've had a lot of friends, girlfriends that were Cancers and stuff like that. When y'all are in your Cancer zone and you're like really rocking shit out, y'all are some of the most amazing, fun people to be around. I'm serious. I can't be around Cancer guys. I have a problem. I can sniff you motherfuckers out. I can be on a dating app and not see anybody's zodiac signs. I'm like, ooh, Cancer. You might look like Jabba the Hutt and a pumpkin had a fucking baby, and you might be the weirdest, ugliest looking thing I've ever seen in my entire life of lives. And I'm like, I mean, not that bad from this angle. If I squint, Yeah. You Cancer dudes, y'all stay over there. Okay. But Cancer chicks, I love me some Cancer girls, man. I do. Y'all be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all be a little crazy. A lot crazy. Y'all be a lot crazy. But you're some of the funnest fucking people to be around. When you're happy, you're some of the funnest fucking people to be around. And that's this week. You're happy. You're happy. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Don't let anybody fucking stomp on your boots, okay? Fuck them. Fuck them. They can go play over there in the pig slop. You over here in the happiness. Okay? Pretty short and sweet, Cancers. It's going to be a great week. It's going to be a great week for you. Stones for my little Cancer babies. You know what? I'm going to say rose quartz and lapis. Rose quartz and lapis. The rose quartz because y'all need to make sure that you remember how awesome you are. And the lapis because y'all need to make sure you remember how awesome you are. Okay? They're both for different sections of that. Y'all are the flamingo this week. Y'all are the flamingo this week. You can't be upset and look at a flamingo. You can't be mad and look at a flamingo. You know it and I know it. Thinking about your focus word. Green. Green is your focus word. Don't know why, but green is your focus word. All right, Leos, are we ready? My lovely Leos. All right, we're ready for me to not throw the cards. That's exactly what. None of them went to the floor, did they? Nope. Okay. All right. All right. There they are. There's my lovely Leos. All right. I like that when you came in, I threw cards everywhere.
Look at my hair.
All right, Leos. Are we ready? Ready for your anchor card as my Leo is interrupting me? All right, ready?
I'm interrupting you so you can look at my beautiful hair.
Y'all have Hawthorne. This is really fucking funny, especially because of why you're in here right now. Hawthorne, girl, you didn't hear the Capricorn reading, did you? Maybe you, I'm just saying. Anyway, Hathor is the Egyptian deity that's all about culture, communication, meditation, parties. Like she is the one you want at your shindig. And then what's really funny is this is the success card and you had the protection card fall out just slightly whopper jawed like that. So Leos, I know that Leo season is over.
What?
Nothing. I'm like, you just made this weird breath. I was like, what happened? What'd you read?
I don't know. I'm trying to read.
Oh, okay.
Hard. I'm wearing contacts.
All right. Did that help holding them out like that?
No.
All right, Leos, I know that we're moving into Virgo season, but this is going to be a great week for you. Y'all are definitely feeling like your normal Leo selves this week. You are the life of the party. You're bringing the party to everybody. You've got everything that everybody needs. Like you've got your everything bag right there and you're pulling all the shit out. So here's the thing. If you're having a bad week, you call your Leo friend. Know that they are going to make you get out of the house. Know that they are going to want to go eat food or do something stupid or fun or whatever. But Leos, this is, believe it or not, a good week for you to make decisions. This is the success card. Now, notice I didn't say snap decisions. This right here is the meditation card. So whatever it is that you have been thinking about, are you going to take that job or that job? Are you going to date this person or this person? Are you going to go here or here? Whatever it is that you have been thinking about, sit and meditate for just a day or so. Like just let it roll around in the old Leo noggin. Because whatever decision you make this week, you are going to be successful at it. You are. You have the motivation. You have everything ready to go. So you are ready to put in the work to get there. Okay? Now, the protection card being a little whopper jawed, I don't really dig that because it's not quite here. So you do need to do some work on your protections, Leos. This means that even with this meditation, even with this looming success, okay, you still have to do the work to put in the protections. You know what I'm saying? You still have to do the work, do the protections, put them in. And here's the thing. Don't rely on just what's already there. Okay? Because I know you're like, oh, well, my protections are fine. I don't care. Add more. I don't care. Add more. You can never, ever have too many protections because bitches be bitches and bitches be stupid. Okay? And they want to find some little half a video, think that's a good idea, and sling some shit at somebody. So if you haven't cleaned your thresholds in a long time, this is the time to do it. You haven't revamped all the herbs around your house, on your thresholds, on your windows, in your corners, whatever, do it. If you haven't cleaned your stones in a long time, if you haven't dusted them off, do it. If you haven't warded your shoes in a long time, do it. I don't care. Ward your pillowcases, ward your shoes, do all the things, okay? Hell, ward the inside of your undies. I don't care. But add extra layers of protection. Like, that is your assignment this week, Leos. Because we all know that bitches be bitches. And we all have bitches that hate us. And when bitches see that you're doing good, what do bitches do? They do whatever they can to make sure that you're not doing good. So Leos, don't let anybody steal your shine and your sequins and your rhinestones this week. Dust them off, wear the big shoes, and go get it. Okay? It's going to be a great week. Don't make snap decisions. Think about stuff for just a little bit first, just a day or so, 24 hours, and then make the decision. Because whatever it is that you put your mind to this week, Leos, this eclipse has shown you that there's a lot of shit that has to be done over. You chop, chop. It's done, right? You're ready to move forward. So put your mind into what it is that you're moving forward with and then shoot for the stars. So stones for my lovely little Leos this week. Definitely jade. Definitely jade. I'm going to say jade and malachite. Jade and malachite. Y'all are the turtle this week. Y'all are the turtle this week. And then, I can't believe you just walked back there. And then, focus word for the week. Go. Go. Go, Leos, go. All right. We ready, Virgos? I have a couple Virgo friends that I have talked to over the last couple of days, and Virgos be completely on their Virgo shit. Virgos completely be on their Virgo shit. Okay, like, y'all didn't even let me. I really have got to figure out. I'm glad it's not this card. Y'all, I've really got to figure out getting my other camera because this thing slid out of the deck without me even really shuffling hardly at all. Virgos be on it. Just like the Cancers. Here's our cards. So this upcoming eclipse is during Virgo season, but it's in the sign of Pisces. And those two are opposites in the Zodiac. I'm kind of curious. I haven't turned any cards over yet. I'm kind of curious how the Virgo read's going to go because Pisces was a little interesting. Pisces was a little interesting. All right, ready? Ready? You have sorrow, lost valor, and serendipity. The forgotten adversary. And then you have mindfulness, and then you have intuition. Okay. Okay. Somebody's talking about me. My nose is itching. Virgos, Virgos, Virgos. You know, seeing the mindfulness and the intuition tells me that this is not about sadness and this is not about lost valor. This is all about serendipity. I'm going to say the things that a lot of people hate to hear, or the thing that a lot of people hate to hear. And that is everything happens for a reason. I love hate that. I do. I love hate that, right? Because we all know it's true, right? That things happen for a reason, but we fucking hate to hear it a lot. In fact, we hate to hear it, period. But here's the thing, Virgos. The serendipity this week is so fucking strong, it's gonna knock you on your ass. Okay? The universe is gonna come around full circle and show you, like, hey, you remember that job you applied for that you manifested really hard? You wanted that job so fucking bad that you couldn't stand yourself, and you did all this stuff, and you were giving up all this stuff, and you went out of your way, and then you didn't get the job. You remember that job? You remember that dream job you wanted? Well, that company folded this week. That company folded this week. Do you remember that time that you really, really wanted to move into that particular house over there? That was your dream house. You wanted nothing more than that house, and it was the best house ever. Yeah, well, it's got black mold. Do you see what I mean? The serendipity is so fucking intense this week, Virgos, that you're going to be like, damn, repeatedly this week. There's going to be so many things that the universe just slaps down right in front of you, just random information from people that you don't even know, you may never know, whatever, just like boop, 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 all the information, and you're like, okay. I think repeatedly this week, Virgos, you're going to be like, oh, okay, when the universe brings you something else. So what is all the serendipity for? Two things. Mindfulness is the first one. This eclipse has been, or this eclipse portal, Virgos, has been a lesson in, for you in particular, in doing things for reasons that you aren't sure about. I almost said doing things for the wrong reasons, but that's not the case. Doing things for reasons that you're not sure about. And it's not just, oh, well, my gut tells me that I should go here for lunch today. No. This is like taking a promotion that you didn't want. You didn't really want it. You didn't need it. You didn't really want it, but you took it because you felt like you were expected to. Or, being in a relationship with somebody just because everybody else likes them. Or, do you see what I'm saying, Virgos? Like this eclipse portal has really been a big thing on you doing things that maybe weren't aligned with what you wanted to do. So being mindful is a big thing. And the universe is going to show you repeatedly what happens when you are mindful and when you're not mindful. The other thing, too, is this right here. This is the intuition card. Your intuition, A, is going to be on point this week, Virgos. And B, the serendipity is also the universe showing you that you should probably trust your fucking intuition more. You knew damn well that was not the person you needed to be hanging out with, right? You knew damn well they weren't your friend. You knew damn well that you didn't need to work for that company. You knew damn well that you didn't need to do this or this or this or this or this. You knew it. Or you knew damn well that you should have done this, 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 right, Virgos? Now, let me say this. Okay, and this is going to be very hard for you Virgos to hear. This is also not a week of you saying, I told you so. Okay? Don't say the I told you so's. Okay? I love you. And you may have the biggest deserving of saying, bitch, I told you so to somebody. But don't do it. They already know. They already know. Okay? And if you have a Virgo in your life, do not say to them, I told you so. They might punch you in the chiclets, okay? So if you have a Virgo in your life, do not for 1 second let the words I told you so come out of your mouth this week to them, because they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it, okay? Virgos, it is going to be a good week for you, okay? Now, because I know some of you guys are like, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this. It is going to be a good week. There are going to be a lot of things that the universe pops up in front of your face that you're going to be like, ooh, damn, I'm glad I didn't do that or go there or whatever, right? But it's also going to be a week of you really realizing, man, I'm doing this for the wrong reasons. I'm doing this for the wrong reasons. And having some hardcore heart-to-heart talks with yourself, okay? So if you have a Virgo in your life, know that they might be a little quiet this week. They're doing some planning. They're doing some organizing. They've got 900 lists going up there. So they might be a little quiet this week. They're still there. They're still your friend. They still love you, etc. But I'm just saying, let them process. Let the Virgos process because they need it. Okay? Stones for my lovely little Virgos. I'm going to say ocean jasper and blue kyanite. Ocean jasper and blue kyanite. Y'all are the squirrel this week. I know that's funny. I know you guys are like, the squirrel, you just said they were going to be fun. Yeah, y'all are the squirrel this week. Y'all ever watched, I know we make fun of squirrels, like, ooh, squirrel, like shiny squirrel, whatever. Y'all ever watched a squirrel pack their nest for the winter? I love squirrels. We have some fat ass squirrels in Oklahoma, mainly because they're thieves. But y'all ever watched a squirrel pack their nest for the winter? Y'all ever watched a squirrel gather food for their babies? Y'all, I'm serious. Like, they are so hyper focused. They don't give a fuck what size dog that is. They don't give a fuck if there's 9 cats over there. That's what they want, and they're gonna go get it. Like, they do not care. Squirrels are so fucking focused. It's actually a little scary. I'm just saying, it's actually a little scary. If y'all have seen the Rick and Morty episode about the squirrels, then you know why. But so yeah, Virgos, you are the squirrel this week. In fact, your focus word for the week is gather. Gather. All right, my lovely Libra Luz. Are we ready? We ready? Apparently we are, because you were like, it's so funny. Some of you guys, some Zodiacs were like that. Bam, 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 bam. And then others. And it's going to be kind of hard to read these because when you threw out one card and then the other one came right out on top of it, like almost exact. So I'm going to try to read them that way. First of all, this is a public service announcement. I am a Capricorn. And I'm a Virgo rising. And I have a Libra moon. And I think that it's probably best if I don't play with others this week. I think it's probably best if I don't play with others this week. This is the same card the Capricorn's got. So we have 2 cardinal zodiac signs that are angry. This is anger, wrath, and suspicion. Wrath, instability, and suspicion. I'm a little scared of these other 2 cards now. The bottom card is Blessed Day. Okay. The top card is Rebirth. Okay. As weird as it's going to sound, the Libras are angry as fuck. The Libras are angry as fuck this week. Libras, this is something that is like this deep-seated anger. It's a quiet anger. This is not an explosive anger. The Capricorns are kind of in explosive anger mode. But Libras, yours is like a very quiet anger. Libras are, you know what? I don't even need to tell you to keep to yourself because you're going to anyway. Libras are really good about policing themselves with, you know what? I'm being shitty. I'm not going to be around people. Every Libra I've ever met, like, they're pretty good at that. Like I've had a ton of friends and stuff like that are Libras, and they'll flat out tell you, like they'll flat out tell you, like, I'm being a cunt this week and I don't think I should be around people. Like they'll flat out tell you, right? So the Libras are really, really good at that. So just know if your Libra is quiet this week, whoever the Libra is in your life, if they're quiet this week, maybe don't bother them. Maybe don't bother them. Like check in, make sure, just tell them you need proof of life, but maybe don't bother them, because they're probably going to be happy to tell you, like, man, I am just like raging today. But here's the thing. These two cards right here, the fact that the rebirth came out right on top of the blessed day card, this anger is fuel. This wrath is straight up fuel. This is going to be the week where every Libra's house is fucking spotless. This is going to be the week where every Libra has, like, their yard is immaculate, their garden's in order. Like, this is a week of you just absolutely taking care of business. It is. I'm also going to say this, Libras, it's going to be a week of you not sleeping a lot, right? Because you're going to lay there pissed off, and then you're just going to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to get up and do the shit, right? We all know how great angry cleaning is, right? So Libras, this is a week where you've been wanting to get organized, and here it is. Here it is. You have all the energy, you can't really sleep anyway, and you have the anger, the motivation to do the thing. This is definitely a week, Libras, where there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're just done. You're just done. 57 shades of done, right? And this is not so much an in-your-face, cut everything off, I don't like you anymore, blah, blah, blah. It's not even anything like that. It's just like a silent cut, right? Just done. You're just done. Maybe you've been wanting to quit your job for a hot minute. Please don't go quit your job unless you have another job, okay? I'm just saying, because the electric company does not give a shit, all right? Ask me how I know. The electric company does not give a fuck, okay? So I'm just saying, Libra, like, don't go quit your job. But if you just know that you're done, start hitting it hard, looking for another job. Start hitting it hard, looking for another job, okay? And side quest, I don't really know who to believe on all the numbers. I really don't, because I know people that say they haven't been able to find a job in months and months and months, but yet everywhere I look, there are like, we're hiring. Maybe they're not hiring for the specific jobs those people need, or I don't know, man. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I look around and I see all these people that are hiring, big companies, little companies, mom and pop shops, you know, massive. I see all these people hiring, and then I see people that say they can't find a job, and like, I don't know. I don't know. So, and I see somebody say AI screening. I'm going to tell you right now, don't just wait for somebody to call you if you've put an application in. Call them. Like, I've told you guys, my daughter-in-law, Allie, when they moved up to Seattle, she's overqualified for a lot of the jobs that she was applying for. Nobody would call her back. And she had this one dental lab that she really wanted to work for. And she finally went and physically dropped her resume off. And like, she had to wait for somebody to come unlock the door for her because it was a secure facility and all this stuff. She finally went and dropped her resume off. She didn't even get 2 miles away, and they called her and they were like, can you come back for an interview? And she literally had a job within 15 minutes. She had a job. So call them, go down there, take a resume. Like, the AI screening is bullshit. It is bullshit. Is it great for making the cute little thingies? Yes. Is it great for making the cute little logos? Yes. Is it good for screening employees? No. But anyway, all right, side quest over. Libras, this is definitely a week of you being done with certain shit. You're done, you don't want to do it anymore, and you're ready to move on. So make the changes internally, mentally, whatever it is you need to do, and start putting all the things in place for you to have this massive rebirth. This is a rebirth week, a phoenix week for you, but not in the rising up from the ashes in this glorious fashion. This is a rebirth week in that you have shed that skin and you're continuing to crawl on a bigger, badder, better snake, right? So, Libras, this is a powerful week for you. Definitely go soak up some of that eclipse. Definitely go soak up some of that eclipse. Okay? Yeah. But like I said, Libras are angry. So, anyway. Stones for my lovely Libra-loos in their anger. Nothing sharp. I'm going to make that joke again. I'm going to say obsidian. Obsidian and labradorite. Let me put my cards in the right way. Holy shit. Obsidian and labradorite. Y'all are the alligator. Y'all are the alligator. Your focus word for this eclipse is move. Move. All right. Oh, are we already at Scorpio? We are. Holy shit. Out of nowhere, I was like, wait a minute, we're already at Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, we ready? We ready? Thank you so much, Brandon. Brandon has been keeping track of all of the stones, the animals, all the things, and posting them for you guys over there on TikTok for a hot minute now. I can't thank you enough, Brandon. Seriously. I know Miracle is probably already asleep, but tell her all her aunties said hi. Tell her the blue aunt says hi. The blue auntie says hi. And then over on the YouTubes, we have me not spitting. Over on the YouTubes, we have the Carlin who does all the things behind the scenes. She's been helping timestamp everything, put all of the things up so you guys know exactly what time to go in and look at all your stuff. So thanks to the Carlin for that. All right, are we ready, Scorpios? I feel like this is a little ornery. The Red Shepherd. Just reward, evaluation, and respite. And then you also have Destiny. And happiness. Okay. Damn, Scorpio, this is a great fucking week for you. This is a super great week for you. I want you to pay attention to, see the shape in the middle of that? See the shapes behind? They're the same, okay? The number 4 is going to be a big thing for you this week, Scorpio. Squares are going to be a big thing for you this week. And I don't know why I need to say this, but I'm going to say it. If you're out and about and you can't figure out which way to go, whether you're driving, whether you're walking, whatever, you're out and about, maybe you're just taking a drive trying to figure something out, just go in a bunch of squares. Just do a whole bunch of squares. Okay? I'm just saying, just do a whole bunch of squares. 4, I can't tell you guys enough, 4 is going to be a huge thing. So is the color blue, like a deeper, darker, not sky blue, but like a deeper, darker blue. But there you go, Scorpios. It's gonna be a good week for y'all. We have happy Scorpios. We have angry Capricorns. We have happy Scorpios. We have angry Libras. We have happy Scorpios. We have Pisces kind of having to really knuckle down like they don't want to. Okay. All right. I see you over there. But here's the thing, Scorpios. Y'all are... We're going to start here. Y'all are uncharacteristically happy this week. I know some of you Scorpios are like, I'm happy. Y'all are uncharacteristically happy this week. To the point that people are going to assume that you're doing shit. Now I understand why I got the ornery vibe with this. Y'all are going to be just grinning and happy, and people are going to be like, what'd you do? What'd you do? What happened? What'd you do? You know, you'll be like, nothing. Can a bitch just be happy? They're not going to believe you. I'm just letting you know right now, Scorpio, they're not going to believe you, okay? Because they're going to assume that you did something really ornery and you just can't tell them yet or whatever. So I'm just saying, y'all are just happy. Y'all are just happy. This is also a week of there being a lot of things come back into your life, like come full circle, that are good. That just reward on here, this is a lot of things coming back in where maybe you put in hard work 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever. You put in all this hard work on something and then just never heard anything else, right? And you thought, okay, well, just did that for nothing. Like, what the fuck ever. This is a week of a lot of those things coming back around. Whether it is someone from your past reaching out and saying, man, I can't thank you enough for, you know, XYZ. I can't thank you enough for this or this, you know, sending you a gift card for something, or an old boss reaching out because, you know, like your favorite old boss or something, and now they've got a new job opportunity at this, you know, company that they just transferred to or whatever. It's just going to be an interesting week of things coming back around full circle and you finally getting some rewards from all the hard work you put in. So even if my fucking nose is itching, somebody's talking about me. Even if it doesn't seem like a big gift, somebody coming back around, don't always take everything at face value, okay? You might have some ex reach out to you on the back end of fucking Facebook or some shit, right? Like, hey, what's up? And you might be like, nope. I'm not saying to entertain that person because that's an ex, but you never know who's going to reach out after. I'm just saying, right? Don't just immediately turn off all your messages. You never know. You might have your best friend from 3rd grade reach out to you and say, oh my God, I've been trying to find you, you know. Maybe you never check Facebook messages and suddenly you do because dickhead texts you or whatever and you got to block him and now you see a message from your best friend from kindergarten or some shit. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. Here's the thing. Scorpio, you know exactly in your gut what it is with every little thing that pops up this week. Okay? So trust your gut with everything. Trust your gut with everything. All right? Trust your gut with everything. And I know some of you guys are like, well, what if it ends up wrong? What if it does end up wrong? What if it does end up wrong? Maybe there is something good that comes out of it. Maybe your ass needed to learn that lesson. I don't know. But trust your gut this week, Scorpios, okay? I'm just saying. And I'm going to reiterate that it's going to be a fucking phenomenal week, okay? A phenomenal week. The last little thing I'm going to say before I give you your stones, because I feel like I need to with this Destiny card, keep in mind that sometimes the universe is like a fucking genie, okay? So you might have wanted $10 million and you might get $10 million at the cost of a whole bunch of other shit that you weren't willing to give up, okay? So I'm just saying, like, not every gift is a gift, okay? So just be careful if, you know, just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Stones for my Scorpios. I'm actually going to say howlite. Howlite and turquoise. Not the dyed turquoise howlite, okay? Get the white howlite. And then as far as turquoise goes, if you can't find actual turquoise, or if you don't have actual turquoise, fuck. Ocean jasper is going to be the next thing I'd recommend. The dyed turquoise howlite, you can tell the difference. Y'all can tell the difference. Okay? I'm just saying. Y'all can tell the difference. Here we go. It's not a big piece of turquoise, but turquoise is a lot softer. A lot softer color. Okay? This is one of my mom's necklaces from the 70s or early 80s. But it's a lot softer in color. The dyed turquoise howlite, while pretty, it's obviously in your face, right? Y'all are the gecko this week. Y'all are the gecko this week. I love me some geckos. I used to raise geckos. Kind of miss it. Your focus word for the week is going to be sail. S-A-I-L, sail. All right, my lovely Sagittariuses. Oh, did we hit 1 million? We did? We hit 1 million? I guess y'all would like your coupon then, yeah? Y'all would like your coupon? Well, since over on TikTok they hit 1 million likes for tonight, I know I said like 1.5 or 2, but y'all hit 1 million likes. I appreciate you more than you know. The coupon is super easy this week. Are you ready? It's just the word yep. Y-E-P. Yep. Yep. It's just yep. It is 44% off of any event ticket. It's good until, I think I made it good till Saturday or Sunday. Hold on, because now I don't remember. I had it in my brain earlier and it went, because have you met me? But yeah, it's just the word yep. And now everything's going to be slow as shit in a Sagittarius. So they're like, we want our reading. Hold on. You'll be fine. Hold on. It is good until the 30th. So until Sunday. So it's just the word yep. Y-E-P. 44% off. All right. Just saying. All right, Sagittarius. Thank you guys. Seriously. Thank you guys. I know y'all were heavily hitting it. So I appreciate y'all. And once again, make sure that if you are watching on TikTok, make sure you're following me on YouTube as well, because then you can go back and catch all the reads and all of that stuff. All right, ready? Of course. Y'all think it's good or bad? Y'all think it's good or bad? Look, y'all don't know either. Everybody's like, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. That's fucking Ereshkigal again. So we have the Capricorns, the Libras, and the fucking Sagittariuses that are all fucking angry, wrathful bitches this week. What the fuck? And to top it off, they have the concealment card like the Capricorns and the cut ties card. The Sagittariuses came to fucking win. The Sagittariuses saw everybody else Zodiac and was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to be mad, and we're going to do it low-key, and we're going to cut everything off. All right, then. Sagittarius. I would be willing to bet that you've been feeling this anger for the last couple days. I would bet it's already been popping up. I actually thought I was going to yawn. I thought it was going to be my first yawn for the night. It kind of started and then didn't. Sagittarius, this is going to be a week where you're really going to have to be careful. You really, really are going to have to be careful. You are ready to cut shit off, hence the cut ties, right? You have been suspicious about certain shit for a long time, but you're going to have to be really, really careful because let's face it, y'all don't have the best track record with waiting until you have all the information before you start yelling, right? The concealment card is the biggest part of this. Not the anger, not the wrath, okay? The concealment card. And that's twofold. One, if you're mad at somebody, you need to kind of conceal that for just a little bit. I'm not saying you got to play nice and still go hug them and pretend to be best friends, but maybe just avoid them for a little bit, okay? You need to keep that anger under wraps, and I'm going to tell you why. The suspicion right there, the thing that you are pretty fucking sure that they've been doing or whatever, the suspicion that you have about the situation, y'all realize that people that are actually guilty of shit get very uncomfortable with silence, right? Right? The people that actually did the shit to you, Sagittarius, if you kind of just go silent on them for a little bit, they will happily tell on themselves. They will happily tell on themselves. Okay? The other part of the concealment has to do with this. Don't tell somebody you're going to cut somebody off. Don't tell anybody that you're going to cut that friend off or you're leaving that relationship. Don't tell anybody. The other thing is, if you have other moves that you're going to make, maybe you got a new job and you're about to quit your, you just got this new job and you're going to go in and you're going to put your 2 weeks in or whatever. Don't be telling anybody before you do it, right? Don't be telling anybody. Be careful. Because, again, we all know bitches be bitches, right? We all know bitches be bitches. We all know that once you put something out into the universe, sometimes Murphy's fucking law happens and comes in and slams that shit right to the ground. Body slams it, whatever. But I will say this. If you have a Sagittarius in your life, they are definitely wrathful this week. They are definitely not in your face wrathful like normal. Most of the time, all the Sagittariuses I have ever known, and a lot that I haven't known, but I will just say that, okay? I know that you guys are that big, bam, fire sign, right? Like, when you get mad, when something really upsets you, you don't just hold that shit in and go, okay, you do not play a good Tommy Shelby. Let's say that. You don't. You are more the Wreck-It Ralph, okay? That's who you are, and we love you for it, right? But this week, you are more the quiet, let me sit back and kind of narrow my eyes at you. You are definitely not in the norm this week with the out-in-the-face Sagittarius. Now, here's the thing. If you have a Sagittarius in your life, and normally they tell you everything. Normally they get really emotional with stuff, happy, sad, mad, whatever. Normally y'all do this all the time and suddenly they go silent. If they're not if they're not checking in with you a little bit, you probably need to check in on them, or run. I don't run. I don't know. But here's the thing. 100%. I love that. Saint Monkey said, we're more like Arthur Shelby. 100%. 100%. I would say the Capricorns are Tommy Shelby. The Sagittariuses are definitely Arthur. In other words, they cannot play together this week. The Capricorn, you know what? The Capricorns, the Libras, and the Sagittariuses cannot play together this week. No, absolutely not. They cannot play together. No, that will be full on burn the world down. Or maybe we need to let them. I don't know. Maybe we need to let them. You got a strategist, you got the mediator, and then you've got the tank, right? Maybe we need to let them. Maybe we need to let them. Because really, I mean, if you think about it, in Peaky Blinders, like, you have the strategist. Okay, so the Libras are like Polly, right? So if you have Tommy Shelby, Polly, and Arthur, that's a hell of a trio. I'm just saying. Maybe we should let them. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe we should let them. Anyway, Sagittarius, it is a week of cutting ties. It's a week of moving forward. It's a week of moving on. Now, here's the thing. You are actually in the mindset to move forward this week. I know that underneath that hard, fiery exterior, you're kind of squishy. Like, y'all are literally flame princess. You might act big and tough, but you're really kind of squishy inside, right? But this week you're cutting it off. Like, you're done. You're not ready to go play, okay, well, let's talk this out 60 times. You're done. You're done. Like, I'm just saying, you are done. Right? All right. I don't know whether to tell you it's going to be a good week or a bad week, Sagittarius, but I can tell you it is a powerful week. It is a very powerful week. Use this cut ties, use this anger as whatever fuel you need to move you forward. Okay? As whatever fuel you need, because you've been needing it for a while. Your little Sagittarius fire been awful low for a while, and now it's out there. So, and I am glad that is the last Zodiac for the night, because I don't know that I could have taken a fourth Zodiac sign with this card. I've never seen this card come out this much in Zodiacs ever. Once maybe. Like, I think, well, I mean, it'll come out once, right? I think, no, I don't even remember a time when it's come out twice. I'm sure it has, but not 3 times. Not 3 times. And with 2 cardinal signs. No. I know some of y'all been watching me for a long time, and I've never even seen, like, the Abaddon card come out that much. So, stones for Sagittarius. I'm going to say fluorite. I'm going to say fluorite and labradorite, because you need to know why you're cutting someone off and where you're going afterwards. So fluorite and labradorite. Animal's a little harder. Y'all are the javelina. As a specific type of pig. A wild pig. There's some mean little fuckers too. I'm just saying. I'm a little scared. They're a little smaller than some of the wild boar out there, but they're fucking mean. They're fucking mean. Y'all are the javelina. This is weird, but your focus word for the week is boots. B-O-O-T-S. Whether it's putting a boot in somebody's ass, I don't know, or getting the boots and walking away, I don't know. Yeah, some of y'all grew up in the Southwest and in some of the southern states that have javelina. They be cute. They be cute. They really are. They be cute. But, no, they are not. They are not to be fucked around with. They are not to be fucked around with. Especially if they got, little baby piggies. Nope. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. All right. Thank you guys over on TikTok once again for 1 million likes this evening. The coupon code is just the word YEP, YEP, all capital letters, 44% off of all of the event tickets. The coupon is good until the 30th. You can thank all of your lovelies over there on yay old tickety talkety for that. And yeah. Yes. All right, with that, I'm going to get off of here and hopefully try to go to sleep. I am kind of wound for sound, so it might be bad. Thank you, Valhalla Drag. You are so sweet. I will definitely send snacks to the Sassy Sass. So, all right. I love the shit out of you guys. Y'all have a good rest of your evening. Go get some sleepy sleep. Tomorrow, if you guys have not seen the events for this week, you need to get on my link tree and take a look because we about to blow it out of the water, bitches. You don't want to miss it. All right. I love the shit out you. I'll see you tomorrow.